Nelson Mandela went and said, education is the best legacy, meaning that education is the best gift that anyone could give him or herself in this world. My name is Sunday Babalola. I am a writer and an engineer. I am working towards the completion of my first book project. I will be sharing with you on self-education or school education, which is the best. What is self-education? Self-education is a process by which a person or a group of people teach themselves in various subject matters of interests without finding themselves in any legal institution or an approved organizational body, whereby people come together with the hope to learn from an expert. This self-education has its advantages and disadvantages, which I will be sharing shortly. I will be sharing three of each for us to have a glaring frame about the advantages and disadvantages of self-education. Number one advantage: it boosts self-confidence. Number two, it strengthens problem-solving skills. Number three, it inspires curiosity and encourages further discovery. According to my knowledge, people with self-education see life as a cup of water being half full. That means they are more practical. Nevertheless, the disadvantages are there. Number one disadvantage: no restriction to what you can come across. Number two, it stirs up self-doubt whereby the person in question might not be sure of what he or she knows. Number three, it's the easiest way to wear out if the self-learner doesn't have a purpose for taking on the trip. These are the advantages and disadvantages of self-education, and not limited to all. A large number of people polarize school education to that of self-education. And school education is when a person or people learn at the four corners of a legal institution or an approved learning organization on a particular subject matter with a concise set of time. And there are often rules and regulations that govern the students of school education. For instance, as a student of school education, you are not allowed to study law alongside human resource management. You either pick one or none. That said, as I mentioned, there are rules and regulations as well as advantages and disadvantages of school education. A student of school education is like a bird in the cage that only feeds on the food it's been given. Howbeit, part of the advantages of school education are: number one, there are always well-trained teachers to rely on when it comes to a swift guidelines. Number two, it provides certification to show competence. Number three, it builds discipline in terms of time management due to various tasks with time frames that students undergo. I will begin the disadvantages by stating its effect on our young ones. Number one, we must understand that in the school environment that most of our young ones adopt some behaviors. We will see them watching what they ought not to watch. Number two, school education is a one-way traffic, meaning that it only focuses on a particular course, as I mentioned earlier when I used the bird in the cage analogy. The last one, which is not limited to all, is that school education offers simpler ways for many people to run from the reality because having a good degree doesn't justify the student to be successful in life. My point of view is that since a large number of people are polarizing school education with self education, it would be appropriate if I shine a bit more light on this for our understanding. School education is like a foundation in humans' lives, and self education is the roof it wears after the whole edifice had been built. Because behind every self educator is a school education as his or a foundation. And behind every school learner is a self education that keeps his or her engine running for relevance. I will use myself as a case study. Even though I am more of a self educator, behind my history was once a school learner, irrespective of the fact that I dropped out. Another way to look at this is to compare school education and self education as our teeth and tongues. They need each other to perform their tasks because if our tongues are being affected, the effect will reflect in the way we speak, as well as if our teeth are being taken off, it will render our speech useless. I will deduce that education is the best legacy, and either self education is the best or school education. Let's get both because there's a limit to a school education, even if it's the foundation. But self education is a forever journey in humans' life. Thank you, Nelson Mandela.